Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Especially want to thank President Erdogan for joining me here. Welcome everyone, all the countries that are representing their people. I want to talk about Islamophobia because of my sporting career. I spend a lot of my time in England and traveling in Western countries. So I've seen this phenomena grow. And I think it's very important to address it because it's especially people, Muslims living in Western countries are now increasingly subjected to Islamophobia, which is going to have consequences unless it's addressed. Consequences because we all know that marginalization of any community leads to radicalization. I have seen Pakistani community in England marginalized in Manchester, areas of Manchester and in Birmingham. And we have seen radicals coming out of these communities. And we have seen the same process in Europe because of Islamophobia. So I just want to take this opportunity to address this issue. The biggest damage done to Muslims is that after 9/11, terrorism was associated with Islam. So Islamic terrorism, Islamic radicals. And constantly these words were used by leaders of Western countries, explaining that, 9/11 terrorists and any acts of terror that took place after that. The moment you use the word Islamic radicals, it means that there is something in Islam that produces radicals. That it's because of Islam they are being radicals. That terrorism is associated with Islam. And especially suicide bombing. Because regularly we heard these commentators saying that, Muslims are indulging in suicide attacks. But all we want is, and I think we should convey President Erdogan and other Muslim leaders, we should all convey to the Western leaders, especially the Western leaders, that the sensitive way Holocaust is treated in the West, because it gives pain to the Jewish people. And quite rightly it should be. The world should be sensitive to them, what gives them pain. Similarly, we want them to be as sensitive to the Muslims. When someone ridicules, blasphemes our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I think it's very important for communities to live together, to understand each other. And therefore, these 2 points, in my opinion, have contributed more to Islamophobia than anything else. Because every 2 or 3 years, someone in the European or US cities, someone comes up with a caricature of a prophet, peace be upon him, or this is something which is derogatory. There's a reaction amongst the Muslims, and then everyone says, look what an intolerant religion it is. Immediately the gulf between the communities widens because they don't understand why it's causing us pain. We haven't explained to them, and yet there is a certain small section of society which knows that it's going to cause us